Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, My Paintless Tales. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to paint bougainvilleas on organza fabric. So this is the organza fabric I've chosen, and very important thing I would like to let you know in this class is choosing the right kind of fabric is very crucial for fabric painting. So the organza fabric that I've chosen is a pure organza, okay? So if you are choosing semi organza, the outcome might not be that great, and also the fabric is not so great, so the outcome when you drape it or use it, it's not that great. So always go for soft organza or pure organza or silk organza. So these organzas are good for fabric painting, and also to just the quality of the fabric is also very great. So in this video I would like to show you the rustic way, the raw way of the process of painting. So I would like to show you everything. So let's get started with the painting. So this is the organza fabric I've chosen. This is the embroidery hoop. It's a 12-inch embroidery hoop I've used to stretch the fabric like this. And then I'm going to use this round brush. This is a size 7 camel round brush, okay? This is from the brand Camel, and it is size 7 round brush that I'm using. And coming to paints, I'm using Fevicryl acrylic colors, okay? So you can use these acrylic colors or you can use fabric colors. It's completely up to you. Both are quite same. So you can use acrylic colors or fabric colors. I'm going to use these three shades. So this is pink, pink 18, this is white, and this is sap green that I'm using. Okay, so these are the colors I'll be using. And also I'll be using only water today. I'll not be using any medium whatsoever. So because for organza fabric, water is simply fine. You need not use any medium one. So basically organza fabric withholds any amount of water that you put, and it will not spread to other parts of the fabric. So that is the advantage of organza. What I'll be doing is I'll be keeping my water here all the time it is necessary, and then a palette, a tissue. Okay, so these are the things I'll be needing. So I'm just dipping in water first, and then I'll be putting some paint on palette. So if your paint is thick like this, then you can simply add some water. So you need not worry about anything. Even if you add water, it will not fade away, and while you wash, it will not fade. It's completely fine because organza fabric can take water. I'll be adding lots of water. That is the style I'm going for. Usually for organza fabric, we go for these kind of watercolor effect, very flowy, very transparent kind of designs. So you can add as much as water you need. So this is fine. I'll take some white as well. So taking some white color. So I'll be mixing two colors as well to get a very baby pink kind of shade. So basically mixing white and then pink. So this is how it is looking. So these are the three shades I'll be using parallelly, and as you can see they are very flowy as well. So let's get started with the painting. So I'm taking the brush, the lighter shade I'm taking, okay, and simply we'll be creating petals like this. Okay, it need not be perfect because we are going for that abstract kind of effect. So what I'll be doing here and there is I'll be alternating between the different shades I have. That's it. So I might need some white again because it's already mixing with the pink. So I'll keep it aside like this. Add some water again, and good. So let me create all the petals like this. So it can be very random. just have to keep going like this. If you want the petals to be dark, then you can take more dark pink. So if you're fine like this, then simply take here and there and then just create a lot of flowers like this. So if you have a bigger brush, you can go for a bigger brush as well. It will save some time for you. If you have a mop brush, currently I don't have with me in the studio, so I'm using a round brush, but if you have a mop brush, you can use a mop brush as well. So you can add as many flowers as you can. It's completely up to you. If you want to create a very bigger bunch, so you can take a big embroidery hoop, or if you're stretching fabric at once, then you can create a bigger bunch as well. But if you're taking a smaller embroidery hoop, then you might not be able to create a very big bunch. Trying to add few shadows like this. So as you can see, I have lot of water, but wherever I'm applying the paint, it stays only there and it will not spread on organza fabric. So one very important thing is, if you're creating this kind of design on any other fabric, it might not work like this, because not all fabrics are the same, and the amount of water they can retain or keep in there is completely different. For example, if you are doing the same thing on cotton, it will completely spread to other parts and your design will be ruined. So you'll have to be very careful about it. And also, while you stretch the fabric, try to stretch it tight, so it helps with the painting, so that the brush moves very easily. If it's very loose, sometimes it gets very difficult while you paint. So I'm going to leave it here like this. I am washing my brush. So getting rid of the water. Now for the branches and leaves, I am going to use sap green. So taking some color on my palette again. So less paint is fine, because anyway we'll be adding water to it, right? So you need not take a lot of paint. So while you're painting on organza fabric, so one advantage is that, less is more. You need not use a lot of paint. So added some water, getting rid of the excess. So taking the same round brush just to create random branches like this. And also you'll have to be very careful, guys, because we have used a lot of water here. It will take some time to dry. So basically it all depends on how much water you have added. Less water, it will take less time to dry, but if you have used a lot of water like this, especially for organza fabric, it will take a lot of time to dry. So you'll have to be very careful not to touch the design. So it need not be perfect. Just try to create few branches like this. So once I've joined all of them, we'll try to make few leaves. So with the help of some water, I will spread it like this. Even the leaves need not be perfect. So just create some random leaves like this. So it's completely up to you. You can add as many leaves as you want. If you want your pink color to dominate a lot, then add only few branches, but if you're fine with green, then add more branches. Completely up to you. So I'm going to leave it here. Branches are also fine. So now what I'd like to do is to do some highlighting. Okay, I'll be adding few lines just to give it a depth. Now you can leave it here as well, it's completely fine, but if you like to add more depth to your flowers, maybe some highlighting, maybe some outlining will definitely help to do. But what I'll do right now is I'll wait for some time for it to dry, because if I take some random color, I am liking to use black for the outlining currently, but if I do it right now, it will spread, it will mix with the pink because it is still wet, and it might ruin the design as well. So I'll have to wait for it to dry, at least 70-80% dry, and then I'll come back to do some highlighting and our design will be done then. So after 10 minutes, it is almost dry. It's actually completely dry. I just waited for 10 to 15 minutes, not even 15, I think 10. So it is completely dry, and now we can move on to the next step. So for the next step, just to highlight and outline these flowers, I'll be using black color. Again, from Fevicryl Acrylic, I'm taking black. So now coming to the brush, I have different options here. So this is a zero. Actually, this is a round brush size 2, okay, but it is quite thin, so I can use this as well. Or this one is a liner brush. Actually, I think I picked it, it's a Little Birdie brand. I think it is also available on Amazon, usually available in the nail kit as well, nail art kits also, it is easily available. So you can get this brush or this one, anything is fine. I'll be showing you both. So first I'll be taking some black and put that on the palette, add some water. So this is how it looks. So you shouldn't be taking a lot of paint at once here, okay? So taking little paint, and then I'll be adding few strokes like this, very simple ones. So need not outline everything altogether, but just a few strokes here and there. So now I'll be showing you with another brush as well. So you can choose any brush you like. So I prefer using this one, because if you can see the difference, these strokes are quite thin. So because these are just for highlighting, if you have very thin strokes, it's completely good. So try to use this particular brush. If this isn't available, then you can go for the usual round brushes. We'll also just do some lining for the leaves. Cleaning the brush. So for my last step, again I'm going back to my white, taking some amount of white, adding some water, not too much water. We'll be just placing few dots like this. And that's it. And very important thing is to clean your brushes immediately. Please do not keep them aside because acrylic paints dry very quickly, so you'll have to clean them immediately. Usually clean them 1-2 times and get rid of any excess that is there using a tissue, and again I'll clean one more time and then I keep them aside. So this is how you can simply paint bougainvilleas, without any extra effort, with just paints. If you want to upgrade it, you can use embellishments as well. You can use gold outliners, gota putty. You can do all these things, but without all those things as well, just simply with fabric paint, you can create such huge patterns for dupattas, saris, any dresses as well. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, do like it, share it to others as well, and if you want to see more content, do follow me on Instagram. The page name is My Paintbrush Tales, so I'll be posting everything over there, all the workshops I take, all the paintings I do. Apart from fabric painting, I also do a lot of pitchware art. So if you are interested, do follow me on my Instagram page. Thank you.